Great. You're awesome. Thank you. I'm Greg Huckstead. I'm the 8th grade boys basketball coach. Kind of a cool thing for me this year was that my first year at Jackson is this year, and I taught many of the kids, their brothers, sisters back in elementary school. So I knew a lot of the guys already coming in. I knew a lot of the parents already coming in. Thank you. So with that being said, I ran into a parent at open house, and the parent came up to me and was concerned and a little disappointed that Mr. Aliga wasn't coming back as the 8th grade basketball coach. I was concerned also as the AD. So the parent says to me, Mr. Huckstead, who's going to be the coach? And I confidently said, I'm going to be the coach. And the parent kind of just stared at me, which felt like 20 minutes, but it was probably more like 5 seconds. They stuck their hand out and they said, good luck, coach, and kind of walked away. So I was, okay. So Mr. Aliga, who's a very nice guy, would never say this to me, but I'm thinking in his mind, this is what Aliga was going through his mind. He was thinking, Huckstead, I have given you the keys to a Ferrari. Do not crash it. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, kids, you're not understanding that. Let me explain it a way you can understand. Me inheriting that team, this 8th grade team, would be like you getting a solid gold Xbox with an unlocked Fortnite game. So think about it that way. Okay? Yeah, so now you're understanding. Pretty awesome. I knew you'd like that. All right, dial back in. You're not getting one of those, so. All right. In spite of all that, we decided to go on our journey. So we went on a journey of our season, and it turned out to be a really, really what I call kind of a magical season. We ended up winning 12 of our last 13 games. We won our last 9 games. So for good listeners, what that means is we won our last 9 games. That means we finished winning, and we finished as the 2018-19 conference champions. So, when you coach a team, I've been doing this a long time. When you coach, there's some indicators that you pick up on right away. Okay, some indicators. The first thing that I picked up on with this really special group of young men was the we, not me mentality. So that was our motto this year. I always like to have a motto. That was our motto. So that's saying, let's put the team above the individual. Now, professional athletes have a really hard time doing that at times. High-level college athletes, what we're asking was a 14-year-old teenager to be able to do that. And I'm going to tell you what, this group was able to accomplish that as the season went by. They saw the big picture. Now, it became such a great motto that I was watching ESPN the other day, and the Los Angeles Rams the Super Bowl Los Angeles Rams have also taken that motto of we, not me. So they copycatted us on that, guys. So I'll talk to Coach McVay about that. Second thing is teams that like to practice. Practice? We're talking about practice? Yeah, we're talking about practice. These kids, this group of young men, wanted to practice all the time. We came in on Saturdays. We came in on holidays. They would come in at lunchtime, their social time, to come in and practice. And I'm not talking about, we're not just shooting around and playing knockout. We're actually practicing really, really intensely. Our practices, for the most part, were much more intense than our games. And again, a credit to the young men that came in here and they just did it. Last thing that I really look for, an indicator, is a team that's resilient. You want to bounce, don't break. Bounce, pun intended, and not break when things don't go your way. So in the start of the season, we had some things that didn't go our way. But guess what? We came to practice, we were resilient, we persevered, and we just kept going and going and going until we ended up, a week ago, Friday, at Hinsdale. Previously, they hadn't lost in 2 years, hadn't lost a game. We went into their new multi-million-dollar facility, and the Jackson Jaguars beat Hinsdale on their home court. You got to put your hands together for that. Woo! That's clap-worthy. All right, let me introduce the superstars that made this happen. Okay, let's introduce the superstars. Each one of these Each one of the players, manager's going to get a pin. You're going to get a team picture, conference champion picture. There's also t-shirts that are on their way. One of a kind, limited edition. The kids have to promise not to sell them on eBay for 1 calendar year. So those are coming nice. Don't worry, they take a little time to make. All right, so we had 2 managers, 2 awesome managers. The first one was Jacob, da Coach, Coacharian. Come on down. The other manager was Lorenzo Zoe in Candela. Come on down. All right, let's talk about the team now. We had Dallas, Big D Isaacson. If we needed a defensive stop, we got Big D on the floor. We also had Aiden. I'm going to lose everything you give me, Coach, so deal with it. Horwitz. I could put Aiden in at any point, and he would just come in and he'd get a bucket for us when we needed it most. Charlie, Chuck D. Drury. He was our shot blocker, our man in the middle. He was our space eater, Charlie Drury. He's listening somewhere. He can get this on ESPN on the replay. We also had, I don't think it's here today, famous Jameis Chotala. Famous Jameis was also a space eater, got a lot of buckets when we needed it. Adrian, we had Adrian, best hair flow in the conference, Guerrero. He'd be flying down the court. His hair would be just perfectly flowing as he'd stop someone on defense or get a crucial key rebound. We had Jack, the sleeping giant, Krishbaum. He played awesome all year. The last week of the season, he woke up and dominated the conference and the league. Jacob, the microwave, Bannon. I could put Jacob in at any time. He'd come in hot. He would hit from 3 points. He'd hit running layups. He would do an awesome job off the bench. We had tri-captains. So we had 3 try, right? They weren't try, they were succeed captains. There was no trying in that. So we had 3 of them. The first one was Joey. I took down Andre the Giant Tumulty. Joey is one of the fiercest competitors I have ever been around, and he is always around the ball, getting a basket or a rebound. We had co-MVPs. That means 2, right? So we had 2 MVPs on this team. The first one is James the Glue Degnan. He's the glue because he did everything. He needed a defensive stop, he would stop. He needed a rebound, he'd get it. He needed a shot, he would make it. James was our glue. The other MVP in our team was Noah, the franchise Campbell. Noah Campbell could do it all. He did it effortlessly and hustled every single play. It was so effortless, at times I wouldn't even know. You'd look, Noah had 22 points, but he also had about 15 rebounds and 5 steals. So these 3 really embodied the hard work and the discipline that we wanted in our captains. Last thing, we have an all-time team here. Oh yeah, sorry, that's right. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? We have Joey. How did I miss you, Joey? I'm going to dent the floor with my head, elbow, or knee. Braden. Joey Braden's body would be everywhere. I'm probably standing in one of his dents. Joey Braden, you were absolutely a fierce competitor. Good job, Joey. All right. We have an all-time team here that we have at Jackson. We have it out. It's out in the hallway. So coaches, past and present, vote on this team. So at the end of the season last week, we sat down and we talked about the players. We had 2 players that are now going to be on that board, and they actually are on that board currently. 2 of them. One is on our second team, James Degnan. You have made the second team all time. So go ahead, James. Let's see, James. Yeah, give us a wave, buddy. Good job, man.
Good job, Jimmy.
And on our first team, the all time, in the top 5 of any of the boys that have played basketball here is Noah Campbell. Good job, Noah.
Good job, no.
Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure coaching you. You are great young men. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Do one last thing for me, guys. Get in the middle in that circle. I want you to break it out one last time. Loud and proud. Get in the middle. Let's go. Get in the middle. Let's go. Are you ready? Here we go. Count it out.
1, 2, 3.